Yes, it is indeed your day. That's the title of the Any Advice message I have up today. And it was actually taken from last year's Any Advice, what said, today could be your day. And that means that when we come to accept ourselves, that really is our day. We're moving through a really transformative time in our world. And some of us have been a little uncomfortable, afraid, or whatever. We're wondering or questioning what's happening. I had a channeling session last night with Wilhelm because it was a full moon, and I had waited to do it. I mean, I always know that there's going to be things that are going to come through, and I did it. And I'm so grateful for all of you who were there. I planned at the last moment, and I was like surprised at how many people showed up. And when it was done, I said to my assistant Peyton, I go, "How was that?" Because I never know. And then I listened to it, and it was just surprising to me how much information was there. Um, I've been doing this since 1989, doing the writing. And the channeling I only started in 2021, and more information came through. But what I do know is that it's given me a body of work that can change your life. It could change our world if more people did it. Because it's based on science. It's based on moving through blockages, resistance, whatever we might have had. And the premise is this: Wilhelm said every person is born with worth and value, and it's meant to achieve something in the world. My role was just living my life, and now at 74 years old, bringing in all of this information and sensing that we were going to be moving through this big change, and I didn't know why. That's why I changed my life many years ago. I couldn't have told you why I was doing it. I was just guided. And then I looked up today. I said, well, what's the next astrological event that's going to come up? And they gave me June 15th. And I went to look at what Wilhelm gave me last year on June 15th because they've told me that it's been that aligned. And I looked at that information and I go, oh, that's going to be really important because that's after the 14th. And here in the United States, we're going to have many events on that day. And Wilhelm had given me that information as well, had explained what we would be moving through and how to best handle it. I could have never known that this was what was going to come about in my life. You don't know either what is within you because as we live, we evolve in different ways, but we're all consciousness. And I started accessing consciousness in a completely different way. But I wasn't going to own it for all of these years because I didn't know what it was. Now I do. And I know that it can take any person to understanding their right place in this world because see this is connected to cosmic universal guidance. It's ancient wisdom that I was able to bring through. But it's also science. It's using neuroscience. It's using cognitive behavior training because the only difficulty we have are some blockages in our thinking, and then we have to consciously do something to change it. And that's what I've been doing all of those years. It just came out in this work. But I do want you to view the replay. And again, I'm so grateful, thankful for all of you who were there, but I want you to see it as well. And those of you who are wanting to come into the program, please do that because it is something that I'm going to expand. That's what I'm going to do now. Now that I understand, and I also understand what we're going to continue to move through in our world. None of it's happening accidentally. We have energetic shifts and changes that are happening, and it's controlled by a lot of the times the changes in our planets. And I couldn't have known that, but now I do. And you can achieve so much more. We all can if we decide to go to a higher state of consciousness. Everyone's not going to do that, and that's not what's occurring in our world, which again you will hear in that session. And we have to be the ones to choose: are we going to start to love ourselves? Are we going to become who we could be? That's what this work was about. And I'm going to do that channeling session. We'll have the link for that. So I'd love for you to register for that as well. It's just another opportunity for you to ask questions and all. And I have another presentation I'm doing on the 16th. But then after that, the rates for all of this are changing. However, it's always going to, it will be accessible. But you want to do it now. And so that's why we're changing things. I mean, adding more to it. That's what's happening now because I have so much. There was, we're going to be moving through this for a while. And as you hear in that session, William said, if anyone did this work, did all the work that I've been given, you'd be the most evolved person on the planet. Because that's what I've been writing down all these years. Couldn't have known that. And you don't know what you have either. But we have so much more that we can all do. Please enjoy this, and I will see you soon.